There's something about the guitar. Certain sounds you can only get from a guitar, right? So let's explore that idea together. For this easy guitar lesson, you don't need to study music. It should be enough, should be manageable, even if you've been playing the guitar for only a few weeks or days even. At the end of this video, you'll have plenty of awesome things to play on your guitar. Let's go. Now at first, we need an initial idea. And in general, the fewer strings you have to hold down with your left hand, the easier it is. So if you play like all open strings, then you don't need your left hand at all. If you play like one string, that is in general easier than holding down 4 strings at the same time. So for this video, we want to keep a few open strings, but we want to play like 2 strings with our left hand. And the initial idea that I want to give you looks like that. So we have the low E string, we don't play that, we leave it. We play the A string open, and then D and G string, we have that on the 2nd fret here with middle and ring finger. And then B and E string are open again. So we have that sound, which is, by the way, an A sus2. So this is our initial idea, and that's just for the video here because we're not in a one-on-one session where we can develop your idea here. But it could have been different, and that's for you to explore. So you could say like, I want to play just the bottom 4 strings like D, G, B, E. And you say like, I want to keep D string open, and I want to keep the E string open, and I want to play the middle 2 here, so G and B string. And you can have like the same shape, for example. Start with the same shape, 2nd fret, and see what it's like. And then your ears decide, you decide, is that something that I want to develop further? Is that something that I like? Or do I want to change it? Do I want to go to a different fret? Do I want to go like with a different shape, for example, like that? And explore from there, or maybe like that. So that's up to you for your next practice session. But for now, the initial idea looks like that. Now we got our first chord. That's cool and you can play around with it, but then it gets boring. It gets to the point where you feel like, I need something new. I need a 2nd chord at least. So that's what we're going to do now. And what you can always explore on the guitar is you keep that very same shape and you shift it up and down the fretboard. So we started on the 2nd fret here. And then let's see what it's like on the 3rd fret. And then you decide, do you like that harsh dissonant sound? Do you want to keep it, explore it, or not? If not, you move on. 4th fret, see what it's like. We get the same kind of like dreamy sound quality that we had in the 1st chord. So those 2 could be a good match, right? Let's see what it's like. 2nd fret and 4th fret. Sound well together to my ears. So I'd say we keep those 2. And now we can play around with that. So we were on the 2nd fret and then 4th fret. And let's say we played that rhythm here in that pattern. So we go down from the A string, string by string. Now if we do that, we have the same kind of problem here. If we repeat that rhythm over and over again and the same 2 chords over and over again, that gets boring quickly. So we need a new rhythm, right? 2nd rhythm could be like that. We leave the A string a bit longer and then we go down string by string. It's just a slight variation here, but that makes a lot of a difference. So listen to that. Again here, if I keep that pattern, so I played like rhythm 1 here and then rhythm 2 here, or I played it the other way around, I think. But it was just one pattern that I repeated over and over again. That gets boring quickly, so we need something fresh here. You can mix them up as you go. That sounds a bit more, that gives it a bit more variety if you want. So let's see. That sounds unpredictable, right? You can follow that I'm playing those 2 chords back and forth, but you never know which kind of rhythm I'm gonna play. To make it sound even more interesting, to give it more variety, you can mix it up with different techniques. So let's say, for example, you could mute those strings to get a different sound out of it. You could switch to your fingers back and forth with the pick. You could, instead of single picking every single string here, You could take a few together, so more of a strumming kind of style. So let me see if I can demonstrate that. So up to now we only played like 2 chords, 2nd fret and 4th fret. So why not have a 3rd chord to make it more interesting? To keep things simple, we keep the same chord shape and move it up the fretboard. So let's see what it's like on the 5th fret here. Oh, I like that sound a lot, so I would keep that straight away. But it's up to you. The next time you're behind your guitar, check out what you like and what not, and then you keep the things that you like. So I keep 5th fret, so we have for now the 3 chords, 2nd fret, 4th fret, and 5th. And now if we apply like the same methods that we talked about before, like we keep the rhythm interesting, we keep different techniques, just to make it interesting with those 3 chords, that could sound like so. Now let's go back to that first chord and do something different here. So instead of moving up and down that chord shape here, what we're going to do is we change that bass note. So for now we had like the A string as our bass reference note, and the bass is very important here because if you change that bass note, the whole sound of the chord changes. So everything changes. Let's see what we can reach anyway while we are holding that chord here. So we have our index finger free, we have the little finger free, we have the thumb free, and we could use a different string as well, like the E string is free. So we could reach like the 3rd fret E string. Let's see what that's like. Great sound, I love that. Then try 2nd fret with your thumb. Cool, let's see. 1st fret with the index finger. Sounds nice. And E string. Great sound as well. So I would keep like, of course, the first chord like with the A string, but then E string 3rd fret, then 2nd fret, and then low E. Something like that. And if we mix that up with what we got so far, that could be like a second part if you want so. So you play like back and forth the 3 chords. Maybe another time. And then the bass. Now we messed around with the bass note. Let's see what it's like if we find like kind of like a melody, something higher sounding that goes along well with that first chord here. Now if you say, I don't know which notes to pick, there's a trick that you could use. So you take the same note as a starting point as the bass note, because that must be a good note, right? So we have that chord here with the open A string as our bass note. That's the lowest note, that's the bass reference here. So we need another high sounding A, which would be here on the 5th fret. So we take that note here. That's a good match. We need a second note. Let's try 4th fret. We try it from there. So 5th fret, and now let's see 4th fret. It's a bit harsh, but dissonant. Let's try 3rd fret. Let's keep that for now. So we have 5th fret, we have 3rd fret, and you know the high E string, the open string, that must be a good fit because it's already in the chord, right? So we have 5th fret, 3rd fret, and open string, all on the high E. If you find that's too complicated for you at the moment, then keep it simple, keep it slow first. That was just an example. If you need any help with your guitar playing, then check out highguitar.com where you can get one-on-one lessons. I understand how frustrating it is to be enthusiastic about guitar playing, but not know where to start or what to do next. And that's why every month I help dozens of people just like you to learn guitar quickly, and I'd love to do the same for you. Now let's see, I'll put that to the test. I put everything together. I'll try to talk while I'm playing that. So that's a bit challenging here for me. Let's see what it's like. So I start with that initial idea. Second chord. Third chord, second, bass, plus palm muting here. Do you need more? Then watch this next to never run out of new ideas for your next couch guitar session. Enjoy!